Hi guys, I'm watching the video. Today we're going to be doing top 10 hidden spots on the center. I'm doing center because it's my most well-known map. Like, I don't know many maps as well as center. I've been playing it for the year and a half I've been playing the game. And I know like spots that haven't been shown in a lot of YouTube videos. I think this one might have been, but we'll start off with number 1, which is this spot here. It's in the, I always lose it, so let me just place a clip right here real quick. It's below the floating island, obviously, as you can see. And if you're looking towards, so the green ob's that way, and then it's just here kind of. It's very, very hidden. Like, I was looking for this like 10 minutes straight before this. It's a very hidden little rat hole, little crouch point, good for like 1-2 man tribes. And it's a crouch point, like you can't walk through it, you have to crouch. It does have another little entrance here, but again, it's a crouch point, and that one's a lot harder to get through. Like, you'd obviously defend it with a cliff plat here probably, and then have like a chandelier, and then inside there's a good amount of room if you build it properly. You can actually build an official here. It's a bit odd, but I've done it on Cross Arc before. I've built here on Cross Arc. It is a bit strange to do it, but it does work. So you should probably have something like that you can get underneath here, and you can have storage or dino storage or something. Maybe you want to do it with pillars instead, but basically there is room here to do stuff. Okay guys, so we're here for spot 2, which is just near Snow South Cave. Snow South is literally just here. Just there. Built clip past outside that. And it's just on this little spike, so you got the bridge down and you got this little spike coming up, and it's just here outside this little flat area. This is it's a decent spot again for 1-2 man tribes. A lot of these spots are for 1-2 man tribes. So you have a little chandelier here maybe obviously a turret tower outside. You go in very thin, and then you got this area here, and it goes very far up. Like, you could have cliff plats and have like quite a few layers here, honestly. If you know how to build it properly. Like, I like building rat holes, like I'm pretty good at doing it if I say so myself, so I could, if I'd spent time on this, probably get pretty good, but you could get a decent amount of layers here, crafting area, storage area, all that. Anyway, this is only a quick spot, so we'll move on to spot 3. Okay guys, so here's spot 4 and actually 5, which is around the corner, and these are spots that I've built in solo and duo both quite a lot. It's a very, very hidden spot. On servers where there's not rafts allowed, like I've built here before with servers with no rafts, this is extremely OP. Like, there's not many Quetzals, you can't get low enough so where the Rotterdam can only soak. Like, it's basically not impossible to raid, but you see it's just below Lambridge. Obviously, sorry, I've got my not II but the Xbox version of it on, so it's kind of ugly. But just below Lambridge, and it's just under the ramp. You can't go under, and there's like a little slit in it here. I've got a teleporter there to tell me where it is, and just go up into it. This is a very small one. This one's definitely more of an official spot. I mean, a solo spot. It is literally just this. But then what I do usually is I cliff play it off like that, and then I have some ramps going down, and then I wall this off here, like going big walls up, and then I have hatch frames coming off here facing down, and then I have my majority of the turrets on a cliff plat there, and I have like a chandelier here. Sometimes I also have one, like, I believe you can also get one here, yeah, and I have like a chandelier dropping down there, and that's how I defend my base usually when I'm here. It's a pretty good spot if I'm on a really good solo spot, very hard to raid, not many people know about it. Anyway, let's go on to the spot 5, which is no cut, because it's actually just here. This is, I built here in a 4-man tribe before. It's pretty good actually. Like, we fenced all this off, had a turret tower there and a turret tower there. You can, there's one spot, you can't get up it for any of this except this little corner here is the only spot you can get up it from, and it's kind of hard. You have to get that precise little corner. It's really weird terrain because it's all bumpy, and this area here is really weird. Like, actually I can't remember how you actually do it. There's a way to get up it basically. Oh yeah, see, this is like really weird. But you get up it like that, and you're just in the mesh for all of this, and you got this big weird. So you got all that. You got this big weird thing. And what we did is we had it like that, and then we had it walled down there, and then we had our air conditioners below. We had our hatching area here, and then we had about 5 layers of cliff plats going up, and then this is where it gets better. So you can get, so you go to the top. We had a cliff plat here, and then this is where our fridges and vaults were, and we jumped across here, and this is where our, like, this is where we started off. There is a gap here, but you can wall that off and put another chandelier there. We put a chandelier there like that, and then we had vaults in here, and then we had our private secret, like, what if people raiders probably wouldn't find it up here, our vault room, because all this terrain around here is just really weird. Like, it's so odd. Like, all of this is just even here. But anyway, let's move on to spot 6. This is a really good spot, honestly. I'll tell you the coordinates on the map. I've not got coordinates on, so no I won't. But it's just on the land bridge, again, just right next to it. And okay guys, so here we are with spot 6. This one actually isn't technically the spot, but I'm just going to show you this real quick. So this is a very hidden spot. Like, you might maybe know what it is, obviously it's behind a waterfall, but you wouldn't really know what it is if I didn't show you outside it. This is like insanely hidden spot. Like, nobody comes out here. It's literally on the very edge of the map. Like, it's not good for resources, really. It's not really good for anything in this spot, but it's an amazingly hidden spot because nobody ever comes out here unless they're looking at this spot. It's kind of known, but not exactly well known, I would say. But anyway, this isn't even the spot. This is just a spot I made here before I even knew the bit below it existed. Obviously, this isn't very good. This is just, I just do this when I'm bored. It's just a little, not solo base, but it's too late for a solo base in the game, but you know, it's decent. It's got quite a lot of room, some nice chandeliers. The spot I'm on about is this spot. This is nice. So not only can it not be turtle dropped if you design it right, because if you have cliff plats up here, you can't turtle drop it because there's a slant here that prevents you from doing it from really high. Also, it's got very little area outside the waterfall, so you just put one little turret out here, maybe hanging over a bit, and it's very hard to raid. The only downfall is like you can get onto it from like all the way over here, so you can land a PTR and soak, but you put little pillboxes all the way down here and you'll be fine. And if you put cliff plats on it, it can get quite big. I've built here a lot of times, duo and that. Look at this, like look how much. Obviously, I've placed the cliff plats rushed. They're not very that ugly. I'd have them so they went below the grass. But you can make the spot a lot bigger. It's definitely a good size space. And the cool thing is, world border is literally there. So if you put a chandelier, if you put a chandelier there, you're not able to soak from this angle. If you from this side here, it's water. Like, this is weird. Watch this. It's invisible water that you can like get oxygen and everything in, and you can actually breed water tames here. Like, so you have a water tame in turret range, which is really nice. So you basically have to soak from the other side of the waterfall, and a lot of people put off by soaking because they can't actually see how many turrets are soaking or anything when they're soaking from the other side of the waterfall. So this spot is actually really good. Anyway, let's move on to 7. Okay guys, so we're at spot 7. Actually, I've lost count. I could be on 8 right now. I really have no idea, to be totally honest with you. But this spot is quite, it's kind of well known, but it's still really hidden and impossible to raid in my opinion. So it's just under that tree that has a little waterfall going off in redwoods. And sorry about my anything, it's kind of ugly, I need to take it off. I don't really like using it, to be honest. And there's a big ramp under here, and you've got a little crack here, and you can go up it on PT and RG, and nothing bigger than that though. I have foundation up here because I think I built a little base in here, but and you go up. It's very hard terrain to build in, and I've designed it kind of badly because it was a long time ago. But this terrain is very hard to build in because it's all like this, like little jagged bits coming out of each other. So what I did is I did cliff plats, because if you look at this under, hopefully I don't destroy all this base. That's nice. So it's all like horrible terrain in here, so you just kind of have to box it all off and forget it exists. And then you have your crafting station. I'm not very good at crafting stations. Just a simple solar drive one. Your bolts, your beds and that, like your jennies, sorry. Use ladders. It's kind of annoying using ladders, but you go up. It's very small. It's not small. It's very thin. It's actually quite big. You can uncryo gigas in here and stuff. So this is toxic to raid though, with all these turrets like this though. And at the very top you'd have your. This isn't even the very top yet. You'd have most of it. And you have your storage area at the very top of this. As you can see, it's actually quite big. Like, you can get racers and gigas in here. Maybe not the way I've designed it. You might be able to give it 1 giga right here, maybe. But if you design it like really well, you can get like multiple gigas out and breed them and stuff. I've seen tribes do it before, which is quite impressive. And it's so easily defendable. I built it solo, and I just had a fat chandelier like that, and nobody's touched me on wipes. And I'm on popular servers. So anyway, move on to, I presume, number 8, could be 9. So, hi guys, this is gonna be my number 8, maybe 9 spot, and it's actually gonna be 2 spots, just because they're both not amazing. Like that one man, even with one man, they're not very good spots. So they're just kind of bonus spots, but just to fill in that number. So first of all, it's this one, just near Shane Blair's rat hole. I always forget the name of it, but it's just there, just around the just around the corner from this pillar. This little drop point here, nice early game spot, like when people can't be running turrets and that. Little crafting station, some PTs, maybe an RG and Anki, nice little farming area. And that's literally just that spot. It's not very big at all, but we'll show you the extra little spot. Okay, so now here we're at the extra like spot I was going to show you guys, and it's not very big at all. That wasn't the right spot. Wrong spot. Okay guys, so now we are actually here for real this time, and this is basically the spot. It's just next well-known spot in the centre here. This isn't a well-known spot at all. I built here on cross arc in the ceiling of it with a cliff plat because it's quite an easy spot to breed, but it's just nobody goes in here. Not many people know about it. But I built a little cross arc base in here once when I first started out, and I just had a little cliff plat up here on a server I was just playing. The other day I was playing a server just for PvP, and I literally just had a cliff plat there like that, and I just had an indie forge, basic craft station, and 2 vaults, and with 1 PT, and I just PvP'd, and I didn't get any turrets at all, and nobody found me. I just did PvP constantly, and that was quite fun. So that's the last little spot, guys. So on to the last spot. Guys, I'm just editing the video, and I realised that I waffled on for way too much before actually showing the spot. And there's like 3 minutes of just me talking about when I used to build here, because I really like the spot. But I'm gonna hurry this up. I cut a load of it out because it was really boring, and this is basically the spot. But this is the spot. It's a sneaky spot. So this is you probably want to drop the turrets more so you can't see-spin them, and that's probably bad. That's a terrible design of a tower, to be honest. And this is actually quite weird how I've designed it. Usually I'd have it so there's just a little bit here, and there'd be a gap here. I've done it kind of weirdly. I've done it with cliff plats, and obviously it's very small, but I really like the spot. I've got my beds, my Jenny, some more internals, basic crafting station, everything you need, and it's a very sneaky spot. Very hard to raid because you get shot straight off rock golems. It's funny watching people try to raid that spot. So anyway, guys, that'll be it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed. Like, obviously, this is my first kind of video like this, like base spots and that. I don't know if people enjoy them, but honestly I'm doing it to try and boost my views because I really want to start growing a bit more, and I've seen that on other YouTubers' views, like YouTubers, they started off by doing videos like this and they actually have a lot more views than their early game like PvP moment ones do. So hopefully this can get me a bit more views, boost my channel a bit so I can start growing and get more content out for you guys. Anyway, really hope you enjoy it, like and subscribe. I really appreciate the support, and comment because I reply to all my comments right now, obviously. And goodbye.